Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tyler Gibson Superstar Mode. In the last episode, we lost to the Chiefs, and that I believe is our first loss since week 3 of the last season, because we ended up running the table after that, winning every single game, winning all of our playoff games, including the Super Bowl. So it was quite the win streak we were on, and it has ended, unfortunately. Let's take a look at standings around the league while we're talking about it. In the AFC North, the Browns and the Ravens are 3-1, the Steelers are 1-3, and the Bengals are 0-4. Jags are 3-1, Titans are 3-1, Texans are 2-2, Colts are 2-2, Bills are 4-0, Jets are 3-1, Dolphins 2-2, Pats 1-3. AFC West, us and the Chiefs are tied at 3-1, Chargers are 2-2, Broncos are 1-3. NFC North, Packers are 3-1, Vikings 2-2, Lions 2-2, and Bears 1-3. And then NFC South, Panthers 2-2, Bucks 2-2, Falcons 2-2, Saints 0-4. NFC East, Commanders 3-1, Giants 2-2, Eagles 1-3, Cowboys 0-4, and the NFC West, Rams 3-1, Niners 2-2, Cardinals 2-2, Seahawks 1-3. You got to remember that a lot of these rosters are very, very different from what you're probably used to in real life. Like Joe Burrow, for example, not on the Bengals, who are currently 0-4. He is on the Titans. So definitely some weird roster mayhem going on here in Superstar Mode. But this week we face off against the Seahawks. So let's get through these activities and get into the game. So for this game, we have +3 speed, +2 awareness, +2 throw under pressure. And like I said, we are 3-1 along with the Chiefs. And these overall ranks are flipped, so in reality everything you're seeing on the left side is our team's stats. I don't know if our defensive pass yards per game are that bad though. Who knows, it might just be completely bugged. Looks like Christian McCaffrey is on the Seahawks. Very interesting. Allegiant Stadium, here we come once again. In the last episode, I threw Tyler's first interception on the season, and it was really just a couple of things that went wrong. We tried to throw a pass to that man, Michael Mayer. He ran into his own man, took him off his route. The pass got deflected and then intercepted. So just a crazy turn of events. And if you didn't see that, Justin Fields appears to be the quarterback here in Seattle. So the Seahawks unable to score on their first drive. In fact, it looks like they may have turned it over. So it's 1st and 10 Raiders from the 47, and we'll go to Josh Jacobs, who, if I remember correctly, was quiet in the last game. It's 2nd and 7. We're going back to Josh Jacobs. We're a run-only team around these parts, and that's a pickup of 2. Wow. Gonna try to keep Tyler's interceptions under 10 still all season. Also, Terrace Marshall is in over Alec Pierce. I wonder if Alec Pierce is injured. We're gonna go to Terrace Marshall. Makes the grab, gets to the 32, 1st and 10 Raiders. Alec Pierce not injured, so Terrace Marshall, I guess, has just been promoted over him in the depth chart. Let's take a look. Also not true. So Terrace Marshall just in on that play for some reason. Maybe he's listed as the slot wide receiver. He is. So Terrace Marshall has been upgraded to the slot receiver, so we'll see a lot more of him than we will Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce still technically listed as the 3rd wide receiver in the depth chart. I'm going to Marshall again, 2nd and 1. From the 23, it's 2nd and 1. We're going to Jacobs. He got a good block from the fullback, breaking a bunch of tackles. I wonder if Bobby Wagner is still here or if he finally retired. Every single play in the coach suggestions right now, other than the run plays, are cheese plays. When we're in the red zone, as Jacobs gets to the 3, that's a 1st down. Again, he's killing it so far. An easy peasy drive to start the day, at least to this point. We'll see if we can capitalize on it. Go to Davante Adams, and of course we can. Touchdown Raiders. Who else but Davante Adams? He appears to be my favorite red zone target. I end up going to him a lot at this area of the field, especially near the goal line, it seems. But take an early lead. It'll be 6-0 Raiders. So Seahawks still could not score. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Tyler back to throw. Gonna lob one up for Josh Jacobs. Makes the grab and has the first. That was not a good throw from Tyler. Should have let him more downfield. Could have been a huge gain, maybe a touchdown even. But we'll take the big play nonetheless. We're to the 40. What can we do with Tyler? It's a read option, and we're keeping it. And, oh, we're breaking a tackle. That's actually huge. Juke to the left. Oh my God, ankles shattered. See you later. So now we're at midfield, the 49 to be precise. Tyler back to throw again. Davante Adams just wide open on the drag route underneath. Breaks a tackle. Gets to the 39. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 1 from the 39. Tyler, play action, back to pass. Trying to hit Michael Mayer down the field. Holds on through the hit. And that'll be another 1st down and probably the end of the first quarter. Time for the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the 22. Nearing the red zone again already. As we'll look to throw again with Tyler. And we have Michael Mayer wide open, but Tyler misses the throw. Oh my goodness. So what should have been a touchdown is instead a 2nd and 10 from the 22. We'll see what we can do here as we'll roll to the left. Try to make a crazy throw, but hit before we can, and a loss of a lot. 3rd and 23 coming up. Well, the only play in the coach suggestions was this. 4 verticals. I hate this version of 4 verticals. Almost never works, but maybe on this occasion. Actually, I see that one of our receivers has a step, but it's tipped away anyway. I'm not sure who I was throwing at. It was either Marshall or Mingo. Looks like it was Mingo, but incomplete. 4th and 23. We're settling for the field goal. So we take back over. It's 1st and 10. Seahawks still can't do anything offensively, but we can. Jonathan Mingo on the reception to the 45. Let's run the ball a little bit, shall we? Jacobs not getting a ton of love so far today. He'll get some love on this play. Whoever that was, I think that was Michael Mayer. Did not hold their block very well. 2nd and 6 from the 41. Tyler back to throw. Michael Mayer wide open left side. Can he outrun his man? No. But he does get to the 30. It's another 1st down. 8 for 10. Like, seriously, we get to the 30, and the only thing that shows up in the playbook is the cheese plays. It's actually ridiculous. It's just cheese. We love cheese here in Vegas. As we hit Michael Mayer, get him to the 9, 1st and goal. Looks like maybe Michael Mayer left with an injury. He did. Niles Quick in the game instead. Rolling, dumping to Jacobs. And he's not going to score, but he'll get to the 4, and I am quite the poet. Let's give Mr. Jacobs an opportunity to run this in, shall we? From the 4, Josh Jacobs cuts it up to the middle and gets in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs gets it done on the ground, as he does day in, day out. See, now this is feeling like more of the Super Bowl winning Raiders team. I bet Max Crosby's back on defense this week. Seahawks can't do anything, and we are just on the field offensively all the time, and we'll hit Jonathan Mingo to the 35. It truly seems like when Max Crosby is on the field for our defense, it's just an entirely different unit. Because even when we played the Chiefs the first time and Max Crosby was in, we absolutely killed them. They dropped 3 points when they dropped like 30-something when we lost to them last week. 2nd and 5 from the 40. Back to pass with Tyler Gibson on the run, hitting our man. That is that Niles Quick? It's not. Oh, it's Terrace Marshall. I'm used to seeing the 8s as the tight ends. Michael Mayer's still not in the game. It's still Niles Quick, but we're going to Terrace Marshall again anyway. And he gets to the 26. He has a lot of catches today. I just double-checked. Michael Mayer will only be out for basically the 2nd quarter, maybe part of the 3rd, but he will return shortly as we're going to hit Niles Quick over the middle. Completed. He actually held on, even though he got absolutely brutalized in the middle of the field. To the 5 we go. 1st and goal from the 5. Tyler Gibson. Play fake, rolling, throwing, dropping. I don't even know who that is. Yaboa or something, I think is his last name. I've never thrown to him before. And maybe that's why, because he drops it when you do. 2nd and goal from the 5. Maybe we should run the ball, huh? Let's audible, HB base. Let's let Jacobs work some magic again. Breaks a tackle just short of the goal line from the 1. Maybe we go back to the ground. On 3rd and goal from the 1, Tyler, handoff middle. Josh Jacobs, 2nd rushing touchdown on the day. If we only use him at the goal line, he'll have very little yards and a ton of touchdowns. Maybe what we do is rest of the season, we just hand it to him at the goal line and never any other time. So he will have... My goal would be to have him have more rushing touchdowns than rushing yards. That would be pretty funny. It's obviously way too late in the season to do that. He's already had several 100-yard games. So we would have to do it next season if I decide to do a 5th year. By the way, 24-7 is currently your score. 40 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. Oh, God, that might be picked. I tried to lob it up to Jacobs. Gets swatted away. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tyler back to pass again. Going to dump it off. That is Jonathan Mingo. Let's hurry it up. 3rd and 1. 20 seconds left. Take the snap, Tyler. I'm spamming the button. There we go. Lobbing one down the field. That's picked. Oh, come on. And it's just because it's an inaccurate throw. They have Derek Stingley on this team, too. I thought we had who was that, Marshall? He had a linebacker lined up on him. Derek Stingley just had eyes in the back of his head. Turned around the instant I tapped the button. Unlucky. Second pick on the season for Tyler. I mean, I guess I could have not thrown it, but it was the end of the half, and, you know, we wanted to get down the field. But at the same time, it's inaccurate from Tyler. The AI have eyes in the back of their head. Like, what can you really do, right? So we'll take off with Tyler to run on this occasion. We're faster than Terrace Marshall anyway. We go out of bounds at the 42. We are in the third quarter officially, by the way, the second half. 1st and 10 from the 42. Tyler back to pass again. Has Devontae Adams. Hits him on the run. Taking a hit. Gets to the 29. 1st and 10. He was bouncing on his head for a while just then. So here we are at the 29. It's 1st and 10. Dump it off. Absolutely blasted is, I think, Terrace Marshall. Mac McNeil injured on the play as well. So now it's 2nd and 10 from the 29 as we'll go to Michael Mayer. Dropped. Oh, he almost never does that. You idiot. Give me Niles quick back. So make it 3rd and 10 suddenly. And for some reason, we're going play action. Tyler's stepping up, looking to run, but running into his left tackle. Goes down. 4th and 10. We'll settle for another field goal more than likely. We'll see if they fake it though. Somebody in the comments told me you can substitute yourself in as the kicker. I don't see how, because you just get subbed off the field immediately and then you have no control. So if I'm doing something wrong, let me know. He said you could substitute yourself in as like the placeholder. So being like the 2nd string quarterback essentially. I don't see how I would do that here on like this 4th and 10 to attempt the field goal. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know. I don't even have the option to call the play. I just get taken off the field and I just have to hit continue. They kicked the field goal anyway, so it doesn't matter. But then we got the ball back immediately, so Justin Fields and the Seahawks offense must have turned it over. So it's 1st and 10 Raiders. Jacobs breaks a tackle. I probably should just be running the ball a lot more, but that's so boring. I'm the quarterback. I want to throw. I just saw on the bottom ticker, by the way, that the Cowboys are 0-5 to start the season. They're absolutely awful. Try to hit Terrace Marshall. Dropped. Who are these receivers? We didn't used to drop the ball a lot. Terrace Marshall dropping a free touchdown. What might have been his first on the season. I can't remember if he already caught one today. So, oh, and then Tyler inaccurate on the run. What is happening? We're falling apart. Normally I could just ball out on the run. I don't know. 4th and 4. Probably kick another field goal. This third quarter is lasting forever. From the 4, it's 1st and 10. Hit Devontae Adams on like a weird bubble screen almost, but not really. Pickup of 9. Very rarely do I do the P option on the RPOs, but I just did one, and it worked out pretty well, actually. I'm going to dump this off to the fullback. Better safe than sorry. He had a ton of space. Got roughly the same amount of yards Michael Mayer would have gotten had I thrown it to him. From the 27, it's 1st and 10. Hand off Jacobs, running into the line for a good solid 30 seconds. By the way, I accidentally called this. This is one of the cheese plays. If you're curious, Jonathan Mingo is wide open on this play like 90% of the time. We're going to win this game anyway, so I'm just going to show you what I mean. Like, look at him. It's just easy. Like, that route is just broken. It's how Jacoby Myers led us in receiving yards last season. So I think it's called PA crossers or something like that. Do you guys see that? It is a cheese play if you're trying to avoid cheese plays like me. Like, Mingo is just going to be open every single time. Back to not calling any plays. That was for educational purposes. I'm sure you understand. Although I did abuse it at the same time because we got a massive gain. And now we'll throw again. And it's going underneath the Terrace Marshall. I should have waited a second. He would have been more open further to the right. It is actually crazy the amount of cheese plays that get called at this area of the field. Like around the 30, tight end attack. PA tight end seam is the same formation as tight end attack, but there was another tight end attack. And then you get the closed PA cross, and then you get 2 more tight end attacks. It's just like, it's hard to call plays down here that aren't cheese. It's all the coach wants. It's all he cares about is making sure we maximize yards. As we'll hit Michael Mayer, he breaks a tackle. He gets to the 18, 1st and 10. This play is almost cheese as well, but at the same time, Madden cheeses me sometimes because Quick and Mayer will run into each other, and it's a touchdown. It didn't look like Mayer got his foot in. Am I crazy? I know it was from far away, the camera angle, but like, there's no way, right? Catch, I don't know, dude. I don't think that right foot got in. We'll see if it gets reviewed, but it's a touchdown for the Raiders. We were going to win this game anyway, so. Boy, oh boy, it's the 4th quarter. We have excellent field position. I am actually going to let Jacobs run the ball. The Seahawks still can't score. It's 37-7, and now it's 2nd and 7. Lots of 7. So now it's all just about chewing that clock. We'll hand it off to Jacobs again, and it'll be 3rd and short. 3rd and 1, you guessed it. We're throwing. We might be running actually with Tyler. Oh God, I ran out of bounds. I meant to go back the other way. I ran out of bounds. Oh my God. Nobody make fun of me for that in the comments, I swear. 4th and 6. I was going to turn it around, run back, and then, like, I don't know, lob it downfield to Michael Mayer, but I started to turn around too late. Now it's 4th and 6, and now we're going to kick a field goal or a punt, and now the Seahawks are going to somehow manage to make their way back into this game. My team faked the punt, scored a touchdown, and then the Seahawks went down the field and scored. So it's 44-14. What is this game, man? It'd be sick if I could watch. I would love to watch all these fake punts, fake field goals, whatever it is they're attempting. Out of reach, by the way. It hit him in the hands. 6 minutes left. 2nd and 20 from the 25. Fake. And then Michael Mayer is just wide out. I mean, he is by himself down the field to the 33. Big gain for the Raiders. I'm surprised Mayer hasn't earned X Factor yet. He probably would have had he not gotten injured for like 4 weeks last season. Missed out on a lot of stats. Somebody got absolutely pancaked right there. From the 33, it's 2nd and 9. Tyler will look to throw. And Mayer is just wide open again. Just by himself on the right. They never cover him. What are you guys doing? He's like the best tight end in the NFL. So now it's 1st and goal at the 5. We're running up the score a little bit. It is what it is. Hand it off. Josh Jacobs. Can't run up the score just yet. Honestly, he has 14 attempts on the ground today, so it's not like he's not getting the chances. You know what I mean? That should have been another pick. That was stupid. What if we throw a back shoulder goal line fade to Davante Adams? Oh, it almost worked. He got absolutely killed, though, instead. It's 4th and goal. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm playing way too goofy. They faked the field goal and scored again, man. It is actually crazy the amount of success they have with that play. Whatever Josh McDaniels is doing, who is, by the way, still the coach in this, he knows what he's doing, is what I'm trying to say. You know who doesn't know what they're doing? Actually, I take it back. Never mind. He's going to take it to the house. I was going to say he doesn't know what he's doing because he got, like, lost in the backfield. But Josh Jacobs is just gone. See ya later. That's going to be 58 for the Raiders. What even happened? He was stuck. I thought he was going to take a safety, and then he went and scored it? What is he doing? Okay, well, massive day suddenly for Jacobs. He just added 99 yards, broke every tackle under the sun, and the rest is history. Back to the normal for the Raiders, blowing out everyone in sight. Defense playing insane with Max Crosby back in. 58-14 is the final. Not the most insane day for me with Tyler Gibson, but I mean, you're dropping 58. How much do we care how insane of a day he had? Let's take a look at player stats. Tyler, 109.3 rating, 66% completion percentage, 387 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Justin Fields did have 2 interceptions. Alec Ingold, perfect passer rating, threw a 38-yard touchdown pass on what I can only assume was a fake punt on that one that got us to 44. What? And then Jake Haener, 1 for 1, threw a touchdown for 3 yards on the fake field goal. Like, this team is stupid. It is stupid. Rushing, Josh Jacobs, 15 for 158, 10.5, a carry, and 3 touchdowns. I think before that one, it would have been, like, it was still a fine day for Josh. It wasn't, like, insane, but it was still 2 touchdowns, probably more like 6 or 7 a carry. CMC sucked, only 3.6 a carry. That's terrible for his standards. And then Justin Fields, 14 for 67. Receiving, we'll take a look at the Raiders. Michael Mayer, 7, 151 and a touchdown. Terrace Marshall, 557, no touchdowns. Davante Adams, 4 for 35 and a touchdown. Jonathan Mingo, 4 for 82. Jacobs, 2 for 26. Devontae Walden, no way. A left tackle is the one who caught the touchdown pass from our backup quarterback, Jake Haener, on the fake field goal. And then a corner, Jacorian Bennett, caught a 38-yard touchdown from fullback Alec Ingold. Absolutely ridiculous. We have the most ridiculous team. Went ahead and advanced the week. We are officially on our bye week. Let's take a look at the standings, at least in the AFC West, see if the Chiefs managed to win their matchup. They did not. So we are officially a game ahead of the Chiefs, meaning that we just need to win the rest of the season, go 16-1 if possible. So it is our bye week, like I mentioned. I'll get through these activities. We'll advance to week number 7, and then we'll face off against the Jets. So it is now week number 7. The Chiefs did win their game. They're now 4-2. 2. So we got some catching up to do. All right, got through the activities. We have +5 stamina, +4 speed, +2 strength for today's game. We're facing off against a really good Jets team. They're 85 overall, but they're only 3-3. And these overall rankings do appear to still be flipped. MetLife Stadium, the stadium where everybody seems to tear their Achilles or their ACL or something. Mac Jones is QB1 for the Jets. How about that? I wonder if he's any good in this, because clearly he's been pretty mediocre to awful in real life. So we start with the football today here against the Jets. 1st and 10 from the 25 as we're sacked. I feel like the coverage was so good. I probably could have dumped it off to the left side, but it's a loss of 7. Tyler incredibly fast today with the +4 speed, which I think puts him to like a 93 speed in this game. Something like that. Something crazy, something absurd. Dump it off. Alec Pierce appears to be back. Suddenly the slot receiver again. 3rd down and 6. He is indeed back. He's the main slot receiver for today, it appears. Tyler going to take off to run, has the 1st down, and gets to the 39. Let's abuse that high level of speed today, shall we? It is indeed 93 speed for Tyler. I just went and checked the depth chart, so he will be very, very fast today, as Alec Pierce just got absolutely destroyed trying to start his route. So I think that was Devontae Adams that we hit. Could have been Mingo. I didn't see the number. 2nd and 3 from the 46. Jacobs on the carry. Gets a 1st. 4 yards to start his day. From the 49, it's 1st and 10 as we'll look to throw with Tyler. And we're going to throw it to our main man. That's Michael Mayer. He gets to the sideline, goes out of bounds at the 33. 3 for 3 for 35 for Tyler. It's starting to feel like every play that includes a drag is a cheese play, because drags are just so overpowered. So like Niles Quick, for example, is probably going to be wide open. He's actually not. Oh my God, I stand corrected. I saw too late that the man over the middle, I think that was Mingo, was wide open, but we got it to Jacobs and he got roughly the same amount of yards anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? From the 15, we are in the red zone, which means the only play call on the coach suggestions is tight end attack. But instead we run it, and it's 1 freaking yard. This play feels exactly the same as tight end attack to me. It's PA tight end seam, but it's out of the same formation, as we'll look to throw. Try to get it over the linebacker to Michael Mayer, but it's swatted away. 3rd and 9. Nobody currently lined up on Michael Mayer. Do you think he's just wide open? Yeah, he is. Yep, it wasn't even really a question. Didn't get into the end zone. That was actually Niles Quick. I'm used to Michael Mayer being right there, but it's a 1st and goal at the 1. You know what? Alec Ingold threw a touchdown pass last game, so let's try to get him a touchdown carry, shall we? Fullback dive. Alec Ingold up the gut. Touchdown. Raiders. Alec Ingold can do it all. He can catch the ball, he can throw the ball, he can run the ball. He is the Taysom Hill of this team, evidently, as he scores a touchdown here, and it'll be an early lead for the Raiders. So the Jets couldn't score. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the 1st quarter. We've got Alec Pierce on the left side in motion, and we are going to throw it to him because it's just free on the drag route and a pickup of 6. I will say this Raiders playbook has the slot receiver open a lot, like just all of the time. Speaking of open, there's Michael Mayer, the tight end. He's also open all the time, and he's just an incredible athlete after the catch. 1st and 10. X Factor activated. Tyler Gibson, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Has his man. It's Alec Pierce again. He's got another 1st down, always open. Maybe it's just that zone coverage is awful on this year's game. In my Broncos franchise, at the very least, I literally only run man coverage because I think zone coverage is so bad. They just do not follow their receivers. Even if you like enable that setting, I think there's like one setting where you can change it if they match their zone or if they follow the receiver. It doesn't seem to matter. I feel like I almost got to find side quests in this series because for the most part, it's been very easy, I say, as I step up into an almost sack. I also say that only 1 episode after losing a game to the Chiefs, but that last game against the Seahawks was just so dominant, it doesn't even feel like the Chiefs game happened. And also, I'm attributing the fact that our defense sucked against them to the fact that Max Crosby was out. 1st and 10, I could let it go to the end of the 1st quarter, but I won't because I want to score. And we'll look to throw. I'm just going to dump it off to Jacobs. I didn't like what I saw downfield very much. Alec Pierce was kind of open in the corner of the end zone, but also like the deep route that I think Devontae Adams was on was going there as well. So I feel like it just would have gotten into a cluster. So it's the 2nd quarter now. Yippee. 2nd and 7. from the 13, handoff Josh Jacobs. I feel like he could have just broken that to the outside. Sometimes I feel like his AI is very good, and other times it's very dumb. 3rd and 4 from the 10. What can we do with Tyler Gibson? We can keep running. We can cut it up. Wow. Something about that tackle didn't look right. Quinnen Williams. What? I don't know. It's like he got suctioned to us. Am I crazy? Yeah, it's definitely a little funky, that tackle. We scored yet another touchdown on a fake field goal. It's getting ridiculous. It is getting ridiculous. It is every single play we're running some type of fake instead of a punt or a field goal. There's a drop from, I think that was Alec Pierce. On 2nd and 10, it's 14-0, by the way. I keep forgetting to mention the score, I feel like, that was a risky throw, but it worked out. Jonathan Mingo on the reception to the 39. 1st and 10. Tyler to throw again. Has Niles quick down the field. Touch pass lobbed up. He mosses his man, who lost sight of the ball. Another 1st down for the Raiders. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Tyler still in the zone. Has Pierce in motion, as always. And looking to throw to him under pressure, but also on the run. It said fearless. Like where it normally says... if it was inaccurate, it said fearless, which to me is like, shouldn't that mean it should have been accurate? I don't know. But instead we'll hit Michael Mayer on 2nd and 10. And it's always a free like 15 for him. From the 13, we're going to go to Josh Jacobs. And he's got a decent carry, getting pushed forward by his lineman. A pickup of 5. From the 8, it is 2nd down and 5 to go. And I've got a man. Tyler on the run has been terrible this episode. I feel like normally he's so good on the run, but today, at least in the last couple games, he's missed, I feel like, a couple easy ones. Michael Mayer, tight window, holds on, not in the end zone though. 1st and goal from the 1. I kind of want to give it to Alec Ingold again, but fullback dive wasn't an option and I was too lazy to look through the playbook. So we're giving it to the other guy in the backfield, Josh Jacobs, and I regret it immediately. A loss of 2, 2nd and goal. From the 3, 2nd and goal to go. Oh my God, who is that? They're so fast. I tried to throw it away. I really did. I really tried. So it's 3rd and goal from the 17. Oh, Michael Mayer, wide open, touchdown. Easy as pie. You can't line up linebackers on Michael Mayer. It's just that simple. He's got wide receiver speed, or at least very close to it, at the tight end position, and it's a touchdown for the Raiders and a passing touchdown for Tyler Gibson. How about that? Still the 2nd quarter, it's 21-0. 2:24 left in the 1st half. Tyler, for once, going to hand it off to Josh Jacobs on this side of the field, and it's 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 after the 2-minute warning. Tyler rolling to his right. Does not have the speed, despite having 93 speed. Like, hold on. I gotta look at something. Tyler Gibson, 93 speed. The left end for the Jets is Rasheem Green, 81 speed. Should not even be close to Tyler Gibson. The D tackle, Will McDonald, 82 speed. Shouldn't even be close. Quinnen Williams, 79 speed. Should not be close. He does have high acceleration, though. I will give him that. John Fisher, one of the guys that just helped chase Tyler down, actually is relatively fast, 87 speed. Still not 93. It just feels like D linemen run unbelievably fast in this game. As we'll look for Michael Mayer fitted into the window, and he makes the grab, because of course he does. 1st and 10 Raiders. 1st and 10. Guess who we're going to? It's Josh Jacobs. Oh my God, it was almost the safety, actually. Floyd Hazelwood is in the game. I guess Josh Jacobs tired after that play, but I don't want to do this screen anymore because I see Devontae Adams in one-on-one with a single high safety, and like it just seems like that's where you have to go, and it is, and Tyler missed the throw. Oh my God, he's so open, Tyler. Please, you have like 90 plus accuracy everywhere. It feels like the Tyler Gibson of season number 1 with how much of a trash can he's been as that gets completed. Is Josh Jacobs injured, by the way? Is that why he's not in? Oh no, he's back. Just needed a breather, I guess. 1st and 10 from the 41. So we'll look to throw and just dump it off to Pierce, I guess, right before taking a sack, but couldn't get it there. Honestly, I'm on the verge of considering this play a cheese play as well, because I feel like Alec Pierce is always somebody's always pretty open at some point, especially if they're in zone coverage, and most of the time I feel like it's the slot receiver. After a while, it's going to be the whole freaking playbook. So, you know, I'll just chill on calling everything a cheese play, and I'll just call oh God, I did not think Devontae was running that route. It worked out. I don't know how it worked out, but it worked out. Maybe just the really, really overpowered plays or cheese plays. This one is getting to that point, though, genuinely. Like, it is bad how frequently it works. Oh my god, I am mismanaging the clock. There's 6 seconds left. I think I called that timeout, but now we're kicking a field goal. But they'll probably fake it and score a touchdown with freaking Jake Hayner or something. It is the third quarter. The Jets started with the ball. We did score that field goal. They did get a 2-point conversion, so it's 24-8. But it appears that they killed a good chunk of the third quarter, as we are already under 6 minutes left. On 2nd and 6 from the 29, Tyler's going to hand off to Josh Jacobs. And he gets 5. Not a bad day for Jacobs thus far, just not a particularly good one either. On 3rd and 1 from the 34. Oh my god. Like, look at him down the field. He's always open. Why does nobody cover Michael Mayer? It doesn't make any sense. My guess, and I'll check the stats after this game to double check my theory, is that Michael Mayer is leading the NFL in receiving yards despite the fact that we've already had our bye week. I would venture to guess he is still number 1, and yet no team's game plan around that. It's crazy. And I know it's a video game, and like game planning doesn't super exist within the game other than like the weekly strategy stuff, which who knows if the AI even does the weekly strategy, but like that should exist. They should see what players are popping off, and they should be game planning against that, even if it's not like an insane player, like who's been playing really well the last couple weeks. I don't know. Would add a lot to the game if you could game plan against specific players and not just like specific play types like you do in the weekly strategy. It's never about a certain player. It's always about certain plays. 4th and inches, we're going for it. I don't even know it was 4th and inches. I'm not really paying attention. I don't know if you can tell, but it's probably not a good thing as, oh my god, Tyler gets absolutely drilled. I want to run sometimes, but this Jets D line is just way too quick for no reason. They turned it over right back. We have the ball. 1st and 10 from the 30. I accidentally called tight end attack. We're going to go ahead and audible out of that. Sometimes I just spam and, you know, the play happens. And we're going to look to run maybe with Tyler. Never mind. We're dumping it off to... Is that Niles Quick? I think it's Niles Quick. I can't remember what number he is for some reason because I'm a bad teammate. It is legit the only play in the playbook like 90% of the time. I'm talking about tight end attack. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's dumb. It's stupid. 2nd and 4, look to throw, rolling, right side. I want to run, even though I see Devontae Adams on the left. I know you guys saw him too. I also saw him. I wanted to run. It was like the first opportunity to run, like all game, despite having 93 speed for today. 1st and 10. Alec Pierce open, touchdown. Easy peasy. Takes a hit as he throws. It doesn't matter. Tyler Gibson just way too good. Nobody covering Alec Pierce. The safeties didn't do a good job of shutting it down either, so it's a touchdown for the Raiders. Jets couldn't add on to their 8 points, so it's 31-8, 8:24 left in the 4th. We're going to run with Jacobs, kill some of this clock, get the heck out of here. 3rd and 2 from the 16. Can Josh Jacobs convert? We'll find out right now. Josh Jacobs carry. Right side, he got it. It's 3rd and 4, 5 minutes left. Can Josh Jacobs get another first, maybe seal the win? No. 4th and 2, we're probably going to punt it away, but then we're probably going to fake the punt because we always do. And it always works is the crazy thing. We'll see, but that's kind of what I'm anticipating. Under 2 minutes remain in the game. The Jets did score, and then they failed an onside kick attempt. So it's 31-16, 1st and 10 from the 48. I do imagine they'll be using their timeouts, as the AI typically does if they're within 2 scores. It doesn't really matter, though. Josh Jacobs just got a first, so it's over. 31-16 is your final. A quiet game by our standards. Typically we drop like 40-60. Only 31 today, but it's because we played really, really slow in the 4th quarter, just chewed a bunch of clock. Let's take a look at player stats. As always, Tyler Gibson, 137.9 rating, 74% completion percentage, 381 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Mac Jones was not very good, 55% completion percentage, 70.6 rating, 225 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Rushing, Josh Jacobs on 20 attempts had 78 yards, not his best day. Kenneth Walker, who was on the Jets, 14 for 71, 5.0 a carry. Mac Jones had a pretty good day on the ground. Tyler, not particularly good, I would say. Receiving, Michael Mayer, 10 for 164 and 2 touchdowns. George Kittle, who is now on the Jets, 9 for 91 and a touchdown. Gabe Davis now on the Jets, 6 for 64. Alec Pierce, 5 for 61 and a touchdown. Jacobs, 3 for 25. Quick, 3 for 48. Adams, 3 for 47. Keenan Allen, now a Jet. Oh my God. Romeo Dobbs is an entirely new Jets team. Will Dissly, wow. crazy rosters. So went ahead and advanced the week. We are now 5-1 on the season, and the Chiefs are 5-2 on the season, just a game behind us, still yet to have their bye week though. The Chargers are 4-3, hanging around. Let's take a look at stats, shall we? Tyler Gibson, 2,000 yards on the season, 19 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, and a 75% completion percentage, 348 yards per game, a 138.1 average passer rating, 10.7 yards per attempt, been sacked 12 times, which I feel like is probably higher than normal. If we look at that compared to the rest of the NFL, keep in mind that we have had our bye week and most of these other players have not. Justin Herbert, for example, has not had his bye week and is still 7 yards behind Tyler Gibson. 15 touchdowns to no picks though for Justin Herbert. I mean, he's playing insane. Patrick Mahomes also playing insane. Doug Quincy, second year quarterback, actually third year now because we're in year 4, is playing incredible. Joe Burrow, no picks yet on the season. Dak Prescott only has 3 with 16 touchdowns. It is us and Doug Quincy for the lead in passing touchdowns, and then Dak, Bryce Young, and Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow, with Lamar Jackson 15-1 as well. Josh Jacobs, 585 yards through 6 games, 6 touchdowns as well. Tyler, 220 yards with 2 touchdowns and a fumble. I don't remember that fumble, but apparently it happened. If we take a look at that in the NFL, Josh Jacobs is actually leading the NFL in rushing yards, despite, I feel like, not getting a lot of touches. Receiving 749 yards on 46 catches for Michael Mayer with 8 touchdowns through 6 games. Absolutely disgusting. Let's take a look at that compared to the NFL. Almost 200 yards more than George Pickens in second. And like I said, I believe the Buccaneers have not had their bye week. So that's just insane. We have played 1 less game. Michael Mayer leads by a lot in receiving yards. I'm assuming he leads in receiving touchdowns as well. Not by as much, but yes, he does. 1 over Chris Godwin, who has been the main beneficiary of Justin Herbert joining that team. Amon-Ra St. Brown has 6. He's on the Panthers. KJ Osborne on the Titans has 6. Christian Kirk on the Broncos has 6. Kyle Pitts still on the Falcons has 5. Cooper Kupp with 5 on the Rams. Still DK still on the Seahawks has 5. Tyler Lockett, former teammate of DK, on the Saints has 5. Kittle on the Jets has 5. Take a look at the rest of our team and we'll sort in terms of yards. Devontae Adams, 26 catches for 416. Definitely a bit of a down year for him. It's been all about Michael Mayer. Jonathan Mingo has had a decent year. Alec Pierce has been pretty good. Josh Jacobs has been decent through the air. Niles Quick has been honestly a really good backup tight end. I'm not upset about him on the team at all. Terrace Marshall really only had that 1 game where he played a lot, but got a lot of catches in that game. And Alec Ingold has been involved and in fact has a touchdown pass. Defensively, Terrell Edmonds is leading us in tackles. Who's leading us in sacks? It's Max Crosby with 8.5 through 6 games. And that is with missing a game due to injury. So that's 5 games, 8.5 sacks. Absolutely absurd. He's disgusting. It doesn't even make sense. And before I end the episode, I'm going to break the fourth wall a little bit. What can I do for this series to make it a little more interesting? It just seems like if Max Crosby is playing defensively, we're just going to blow out like pretty much everyone, which maybe is fun for some of you to watch. I don't know. It's not personally fun for me to play. So if you have any tips on like settings I can change, there's not a lot of control you have in Superstar mode. Like there's no sliders for me to change. I'm on all Madden simulation. I'm going to turn off the dynamic momentum. Maybe that'll help a little bit because I feel like when we get momentum early, it just completely kills our opponent and they just have no chance. So let's turn that off. I did turn that off in the Broncos franchise as well, and I do feel like games go better with it off. It is a little gimmicky. These are the only things I can change in the league. So I'm already on all Madden simulation, 11-minute quarters. Maybe we could lower this to 10, make it a little bit more time sensitive. I'm not sure. It's just that the game feels a little too easy now that we're a relatively high overall player. So let me know what you think. That's part of the reason that I'm planning on this being the final season of Tyler Gibson, is that I just feel like we've accomplished what there is to accomplish and we're now just killing everybody. There's nothing new happening in terms of like any story related stuff to the Superstar mode. We haven't had a pop-up in like 2 seasons for that. So I imagine the only thing that would happen next is maybe when we hit 90 overall, and then maybe again when we hit 99, but that's going to take another few seasons at least at this rate. We're only at 88. Obviously the higher level you get, the more it takes to level up. So we're closing in on level 34. But yeah, I don't know. Just looking for ways to make the series a little bit bit more interesting for myself again. And then maybe if we can find a way to do that, maybe I will do year 5, because that would also be the year that we could switch teams. So we could leave the Raiders, which that alone is almost like revitalizing to the series to tempt me into continuing going, but maybe at a lesser pace, maybe releasing episodes even less frequently. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. I truly appreciate your support. You guys are awesome. We're like right on the cusp of 1,000 subs. I get tons of excellent comments every day. You guys mean the world to me. So thank you so much. And I will see you in the next episode where we'll face off against the Chargers and then the Ravens.